Alrighty, what's going on, guys? I'm gonna get this started and try to make this as pain-free as possible. So, yes, this is the Rantin review, Rantin review gaming, Rantin review pro wrestling, Rantin review, etc., etc. And I'm doing this live stream because I do know it's been since September the 16th since I made a Rantin review pro wrestling video. So that's about almost a whole month ago, and it's been a while since I did we were playing Black Myth Wukong. I think we were done with chapter. Oh no, I'm still recording chapter 3. Jesus Christ, Black Myth Wukong, which I may have to abandon that. And right now I'm just using. I've been playing, as you can tell, I've been playing Once Human. And hey, how you doing there? well. Look who we got here. Yeah, no, I've been playing Once Human, which is this like free game, and I guess I should explain what the hell's been going on and why I haven't made videos in forever and a day. It's not that I mean, part of it was I was getting a little bored with the pro wrestling news cycle because it was just like the same stuff every single week, but. Honestly, I've been very, very, very busy and then got very, very sick because I got very, very busy and been very, very tired and just have not had time to do anything. Even the last video I made was, I mean, that was like 3 o'clock in the morning when I made that video just to try to get something out. How you doing, Tom? Nice to see you again. Elated Bison, how you doing? So I figured I'd come on here before because there is an AEW pay-per-view tonight. It is probably one of the... I don't know. It could be a big one or it could be a small one tonight with... I don't even know what the hell it's called. It's Wrestle Dream. That's how much I'm out of touch with what's been going on in wrestling. I know it's Mox and Danielson, and then there's the a lot of the scuttlebutt about whether or not... Shane McMahon is going to be making an AEW appearance tonight. We got the Hurt Business and all that stuff. Bobby Lashley, who knows? So before I made a video tonight talking about all of that, I figured I'd come on here and just explain what's going on with the channels and what's going to be happening. There are going to be some changes, not too many, but there are going to be some changes to the channel. First and foremost, the gaming channel. I got some stuff I gotta figure out with the gaming channel because, as you can tell, I'm playing games on this channel, which is unusual. But the gaming channel has not taken off the way I thought it would. So I am going to change it up and do it as more of a keeping in line with Rant and Review and do more reviews and less Let's Plays because the Let's Plays take a long time. I love playing Black Myth Wukong. I have total plans on the gaming channel. We want to get to the Frank Stone game because it's Halloween season, so I'm hoping to do that on Halloween. For Scotty Boy, who's in RB, who are all from the wrestling channel and the gaming channel. They're in all the live streams. What's up to them? Hey, there's RB right there. How you doing, RB? Yeah, RB's in all of the gaming channels along with Scotty Boy too. So guys, I will be coming back over there too, and we'll probably be doing the Frank Stone game. And a couple other ones and there's a new Mortal Kombat DLC I wanted to get to. So we're gonna get to that on there, but I'm gonna be doing less Let's Plays and more kind of review videos and stuff like that over there. The wrestling channel, we will be getting back to regular reviews and commentary. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do it now because I stopped doing on-camera stuff a while ago, just because it just takes so long to set that up and then get the video and then download it and then edit it and then put in all the little graphics and all that other stuff. So I started doing non-on-camera videos, but I mean the time difference isn't all that much. So I'm probably going to go back to on-camera because I built that little setup just so I could film, and then I haven't used it in a year, so I'm probably going to go back to that. So we will be doing that, and it will be starting up again tonight with the Wrestle Dream review. We will be reviewing Mox and Danielson, especially if what everybody's expecting is going to happen tonight happens, because it'll be a huge story. I've also been talking a lot about talking to some people in the wrestling quote-unquote business or whatever. There was some stuff that some people wanted me to do, and I'm not going to get into all of it, but that is also part of why I stopped doing rant review for the last month because I did not want to get tied up in certain things and associated with certain people. So I'm not going to tell you who, but just keep in mind I'm not going to be doing any of that stuff. If you heard rumors, because somebody did ask me about it. I don't know how they found out about it, but somebody asked me about it. So if you've heard anything, I don't know if you had or not, but I'm not doing any of that stuff if you heard about it. Okay, so that's all of the rumors. Animalities are back. Yes, they are. So that's all of that stuff aside. So we are going to be. I don't know if I'm going to merge the channels again. I have been thinking about merging gaming and entertainment and pro wrestling back together again, just so I don't have to manage all of this stuff because it has become daunting. I have literally 6 YouTube channels right now. 2 of them I haven't made a video on in months before this, so it's a little bit much to keep up with all of that. So we're going to consolidate some stuff and get rid of some stuff. So I guess I will take, since some of you guys are in the chat right now, I will take some questions for, I think we'll do this for like 15 minutes. Again, if you're wondering why you're seeing this on screen, this game is called Once Human. It's a free-to-play game. I have been quite busy. If you can tell, I've been quite busy with it because I've built this farm and this energy plant and this water acid producing plant and this giant house. And if you've never seen this game is actually kind of fun. It's a little bit addictive. I got my own pets over here. I've got deer and I've got crocodiles whose head is sticking through. Why is your head sticking through? Honey, why is your head sticking? What? No, your head shouldn't be sticking through there. But anyway, so if any of you do play Once Human, let me know because I might. I have a pretty decent place. I have a lot. If you can tell, I have a lot of supplies. I have a lot of supplies. I have a lot of water, a lot of weapons, a lot of stuff. So if you're into that, then let me know. But I will take questions. And we will talk about stuff for a while. And while I'm sitting here going and managing my Once Human stuff, you can even get a doe. See, I'm selling livestock at my base, so you can come get that if you want. So let's see. Arby says, it's actually lucky. Work has been overwhelming, but the New York Liberty and the Mets are in the postseason. Boise State have a potential Heisman winner and going to the PAC, so I'm excited. Cool for you, Arby. The Orioles here, I'm in Baltimore, so the Orioles they're trying. The Ravens are trying too, so I'm hoping my teams do well this year. But look at all this deviant energy I got. The Animalities from MK Kwanzi. Yeah, I haven't played the DLC from MK1 yet, so I will get to that. That's gonna be next week. There's a lot of wrestling stuff I want to catch up with though. The stuff with the bloodline going on with Roman coming back, Cody, the cool thing they did with Kevin Owens attacking Cody in the parking lot and having it be like a fan base thing. I think WWE's doing some really innovative, cool stuff right now. Their in-ring is still, their in-ring is always going to be not the best. Because that's not what they're about. They're about, and we all know, they're about the spectacle and the sizzle. They sell the sizzle and not the steak. So their steak is still, their steak is good if the sizzle is good. So I guess that's the best way to put it. So, but I can't knock it. We are in a phase right now where I think the wrestling audience in general is more interested in storylines and the spectacle and all of that stuff instead of the in-ring stuff. I still feel that way, that we are in that phase. So that phase is probably going to last for another couple years. I have to say, though, that I'm already seeing cracks in it, and I do think that there's probably another good couple years, and the taste of the audience is going to change again. And what the taste is going to change to, whether it's going to go back to in-ring or it's going to go back to something else, who knows? But the last decade was really about the in-ring work, and it seems like this decade is going to be about the presentation and the storytelling. But again, it's not going to last forever. Let's talk about AEW's TV deal while you guys are coming in with some of the comments and stuff. Because that was a big news story that came up. AEW's TV deal, I'm not surprised they got what they got. I'm happy they got what they got because, as some of the more sane other wrestling YouTubers have said, the more money coming into the wrestling business, the better for us as fans, the better for the wrestlers, and the better products we're going to get eventually. So AEW getting something close to like $500 million for the next couple of years, for the next 3 years, to be back on the basically TBS, TNT, and I think they said HBO Max. Yeah, HBO Max. So HBO Max is going to be doing all of the Dynamites and the Collisions. They didn't mention Rampage. I think Rampage is probably done. Rampage is probably going the same way as Dark and Elevation. It was a good idea, and I think it's probably a good thing to get rid of that, because that was kind of CM Punk's vehicle, and clearly CM Punk will never be coming back to that company, and I don't think anybody there. Well, I know some people there probably want him back, but I don't think he's going to be coming back anytime soon, and we'll never have anything good to say about the company. So I think Rampage, it was an experiment, but it's good to let it go. Now, me personally, I have been a cord cutter for over 10 years, so I never, I don't have like regular cable, so, but I do have, what is it I use? I think it's Tubi or something, not Tubi. I use Tubi and Sling. So Sling has a package where that's where I watch Dynamite on, because they have TNT as part of it, and TBS, so I see all of that there. I DVR it most of the time, because sometimes I'm not home and I watch it there. But if it's going to be on HBO Max, which is a lot cheaper than me getting freaking, because I pay a lot for Sling. Sling is really expensive, comparatively speaking. So if it's on HBO Max, I will definitely watch it on HBO Max. And if we're getting the pay-per-views at a discount, depending on how much that discount is, I'm going to be happy getting a discount. And the last pay-per-view, actually, some of you may have seen this on social media. I couldn't even watch it, because Sling, even though I ordered the pay-per-view never played. So I got a refund. I had to go through a bunch of crap to get a refund, but that was like $50. And by the time I finally got to find an alternate way of watching it, the pay-per-view was almost over. So I am very happy not to have to deal with any of that anymore. So a big win for me personally. I think it's a big win for AEW. I think it gives them more money, and when more free agents, which will come up eventually, we'll have a fairly competitive, maybe that's a wrong word to use, but we'll at least have a second alternative wrestling company that you can get big stars in, and people who aren't on the big show can be on a show that it's also big but not as big, and make decent money doing it. I think that's great. AEW's produced a lot of guys right now. I mean, think about all the guys. People who say that AEW doesn't make stars, I mean, think about all the people who are in AEW right now that if they showed up in WWE tomorrow would be a big deal. If Swerve Strickland win, it'd be a big deal. Hangman Page, big deal. MJF, huge deal. Britt Baker, huge deal. Darby Allin, huge deal. I mean, a lot of those people would be a huge deal going because of what they've done in AEW. So I can't poo-poo AEW's impact on the wrestling business. Has been significant. New Japan, ooh, this is a rough one. New Japan, I have mostly kept up with New Japan through Gabe Kidd's social media. Because I am on, for some reason, I don't know when I got on Gabe Kidd's social. He is a riot, by the way. He is hilarious on his social media, but I have been keeping up with New Japan through his social media. I am planning on next weekend. I have nothing to do next weekend, so I'm going to catch up on the last month of New Japan that I have completely missed. And apparently I've missed some pretty big stuff. The last thing I saw was our next little news item, which is Tanahashi and Kenny Omega. For the first time in 5 years since that Wrestle Kingdom, where Omega got booted out of the company, sort of, and AEW started, and that whole, basically the golden period of the 2010s of New Japan ended. That was the last match of it. And they had this, I don't know if you've seen it or not, they had this video where Tanahashi and Omega were talking, and Kenny apparently is healthy enough to go back to Japan. And apparently him and Tanahashi are, if Omega is healthy enough, are planning on doing a tag match at the, I think they call, what are they calling theirs? I forgot. But the name of the second Wrestle Kingdom show. Is it Wrestle Dynasty? It's not, I can't remember. There's so many of these names, and they all kind of sound the same all the time. But the day after Wrestle Kingdom next year, which is the AEW CMLL Stardom New Japan show, I think what they're aiming for is Omega and Tanahashi against the Young Bucks. Which, not setting me on fire, as far as something that I really want to see. But it will be great if Kenny can come back to the ring, because Kenny Omega not being in AEW, for me, he was the face of the whole revolution. I mean, Cody says he was. CM Punk says it was all because of him. Blah, 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 blah. Let's be honest. If Kenny Omega had not done those matches with Okada, if Kenny Omega had not been the star and the star he was, the star that made himself a star, not being in WWE at all, if it wasn't for that, I don't think AEW would have worked. AEW would have never been without a Kenny Omega. So he's a big deal. He's the guy, for me personally, he is the guy that we need for this. So him coming back is paramount, and I would be very, for me, AEW still doesn't feel like AEW without Kenny Omega there. And I know he's probably on the last legs of his career, but I mean, I'd rather him go out, in a better way than, getting pushed off a gurney by the Young Bucks. And that's the last we see of Kenny Omega. So let's hope he comes back. We'll see what this show is. Wrestle Dynasty, thank you very much, Ghost Lawyer. We'll see what happens with Wrestle Dynasty. If that match with Tanahashi and Kenny against the Young Bucks happens, I'm hoping for it. All right, let me go check the chat here real quick. Gabe Kidd is mad, says RB. Oh, wait, I got some fishing. I got a sardine. Hold on, let me do this fishing real quick. The fishing in this game is weird. But, come on, fishy. Come on, give me my little sardine. Oh, little sardine. Look, it's so cute. Look at that little tiny sardine. It's so cute. It's so cute. All right. This game looks cool, says Pacman. What is it? This is called Once Human. It's a free-to-play game. It's free on Steam. I think it's on Xbox and PlayStation. I will tell you what, this is the kind of game I don't usually play, and I kind of downloaded it. I was like, let me check it out for the gaming channel. Maybe I'll review it. Dude, I put 100 hours into this game. I did not expect to like this game, but it's actually pretty damn addictive. So if you guys want to pick it up, it's free. It's a free game, so pick it up. It's absolutely fun if you like this kind of game. I didn't think I liked this kind of game, but it's cool. Let's see. Lawyer says, people have been clamoring for Daniel Garcia to come to NXT for God's sake. Oh, I got a bite. Here we go. Oh, Electric Eel. Awesome. Lucha Brothers. The Lucha Brothers are not going to WWE anytime soon, by the way. Apparently Tony Khan is, especially with Phoenix, because Phoenix has missed so much time. Last I heard that they were not getting released, so they're going to be at least under contract for a while. So I don't know about them going to WWE anytime soon. Maybe Tony will let them out, but I don't think they're going. But Garcia coming back, I did see that this past week. Garcia is staying with AEW, which is a good thing. Because I think a move for him now would be bad. I think Daniel Garcia could be a much bigger star in AEW, and I think if he does eventually want to go to WWE, he probably wants to do a little bit more. I think he'd get a bigger push in AEW on his next run. So, do it then in 3 years from now when you have more leverage, when you've become a bigger star in AEW. I think that would be a good sign for him. Or, stay in AEW and then do like MJF did and get a big contract out of it. So, yeah, I don't know. A lot of people think the AEW guys should go to NXT and WWE. Some should. I do think Ricky Starks should. I think Ricky Starks is going to get lost, though, especially with The Rock being around. I don't know how well that's going to work for him, but we'll see. That'd be a cool match. True. Last time I watched wrestling, Stone Cold and Booker T were peak. There's a lot of people like that, man. There's a lot of people who haven't watched wrestling for a long time. Love Kenny, and AEW isn't the same without Kenny. No, it is not. Phenomenal Ace says, if Kenny were to have a retirement tour, I think he would. I worry about Kenny having a retirement because you know how he wrestles. He wants to kill himself. He's almost as bad. Darby's the only wrestler I can think is probably worse than Kenny as far as trying to murder yourself, trying to have a wrestling match. Him and Ospreay. Ospreay's up there too. Another Electric Eel. All right. I got a lot of these guys now. Yeah, but a Kenny retirement tour would be cool. I've been watching King of Sports event. I hope Zack Sabre Jr. wins, says Scotty Boy. Hi, good to see you again, Scotty Boy. They're under contract, but they're going as soon as their contract is up. Yeah, that's going to be a while, though, lawyer. Zol Otero says, from what I've read, Penta has a month or so, but Phoenix deal won't be up until... Yeah, that's what I heard, too, at the end of the year. Phoenix is the one that's going to be staying around. Penta... I mean, Penta could do singles. Penta did singles in Lucha Underground and in Lucha Libre all the time for a long time. So Penta would be fine by himself. But the Lucha Brothers as a package, I also kind of wonder if they just get lost with the whole. I don't even know what's going on with the LWO stuff, and if that's still a thing in WWE, I don't know. I also think it's weird that Jake the Snake Roberts is now apparently. He's I don't know. I don't know what to like. Some of the Lucha Libre stuff in both North American companies. I don't think they're booking a lot of those guys right. I think a lot of it's kind of. It seems like they don't know what to do with the Lucha Libre guys, except for Rey Mysterio and, you know, your top guys. A lot of them, I don't know. We'll see what this. I think it's a 2 out of 3 falls match tonight. That feels very old school WCW to me. So we'll see if they can shine tonight. We'll see how that works out. But the Lucha Libre booking is not. I would say neither company's really doing it great right now. I tell you what, they are doing great, especially AEW. The Japanese wrestler booking. I'd never thought that. Oh, that's a king size sardine. Look at that. Oh yeah, look at that king size sardine. You're going right back in the water too. Okada and Shibata and Misakara. I mean, I think that AEW gets the nod when it comes to booking the Japanese wrestlers. They've done a lot better job with that. I love Okada. I did not think I was going to like Okada in AEW, but the way they have him doing his little beach thing is just, I crack up every time I see it. He's not wrestling anywhere near. He's in like semi-retirement like Shinsuke Nakamura's been for the last 7 years. So who knows? All right, let's see. Phenomenal Ace says, longtime supporters since 2017. My bad for over defending Jim Ross back in. Oh, I don't even remember that. Yeah, JR, I feel bad for JR is still kind of ill, so I'm not going to, especially since I just got over illness, I'm not going to rag on him too much. Hello, Alexis. Good to see you again. I started watching New Japan when it came on Access, says Phenomenal Ace. The era from 2013 to 2019 was gold. It is. It's crazy to think that's 5 years. We are 5 years, half a decade since that era has ended. And it's weird. Nobody wants the sardines. I got to reel this back in. Hold on. I can see AJ Styles having a retirement tour. Yeah. I did read something today that WWE is trying to get a main event match at Korakuen Hall, which, dude, this is one of the things that I can't stand about WWE. It's like, can you just, you have what you got. Do you have to, like, constantly try to, like, shit in everybody else's pool? Can you just not leave Japan and the UK? I mean, look what you did to the UK. Can you not leave Japan and the UK and Mexico alone and let them have their own thing? Does everything need your stink on it? It doesn't. How much money do you guys need? Leave it alone. I don't need you in Japan. Let it go. And Noah hasn't benefited all that much from you guys either. You guys had a couple big shows and then screwed up everything. So, whatever. All right, let's go travel here. I need to get some supplies real quick while you guys are watching. Again, for those of you who came in late, I am playing this game called Once Human. It's a free-to-play game. I'm doing that basically because I couldn't get my camera set. I wanted to get my new camera set up today, but I couldn't do it. And I wanted to do this. Ooh, hold on. We got a guy nearby. Where are you? Where are you, you little bat? I can see him with a little notice on the back of my backpack saying something's close. Let me go find him. Come on, little bastard. Where are you? But, yeah, I'm not, here, we're going to find him. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Come here. I'll find you. Anyway. But, yeah, I'm not wild about WWE trying to take over, still trying to take over Japan. They've been aiming at this for like 10 years now. And I don't, oh, here we go. Where is he? Where is he? They're not going to get it. The Japanese culture is a different culture. They look at wrestling differently. They're a culture that came up without Vince McMahon. I want to talk about that as probably the last thing on this little live stream. I did watch the documentary. Jesus Christ, I got a lot to say about that one. That's a whole video I got to make on my own. But I don't think the Japanese are going to fall for it. I mean, they look at wrestling differently. The WWE stuff, and I noticed from talking to Dave from Coco Sports, he's like probably the most expert on Japanese wrestling in a whole as I know from YouTube. And I cannot find this thing. It keeps disappearing on me. But all right, we're going back to base. Never mind. I'll come back to this later. But yeah, according to him, and he's been there for a long time. Like, it's a novelty thing to them, but I don't think the Japanese are just gonna like ditch Noah and DDT and Stardom and New Japan because WWE does some stuff. So no. Oh, thanks for the super chat, Suplex. Yo, brother, great to see you live. There is no Tyler Kuhn Williams or Suplex covering New Japan in 2018 and 2022 without Wrestling Rantin. We got to chat soon. Yes, we do. Seen your videos. Because you pop up on that. That's, you know, the video of yours that pops up all the time is the one you keep saying, this is why I don't cover New Japan anymore. And I see it every time. I'm like, oh boy. I think that thing's got like 2 million views, dude. Awesome job on that one, by the way. But yeah, I agree with most of the stuff you said in that video too. It's like, I understand, man. New Japan, a little slow to move sometimes on things, but you know, again, I'm catching up with them again next weekend. Let me make some acid here. What we got here? We got malt ale. All right. I am making some stuff. I'm gonna sell. Ooh, cheese. All right. Selling cheese here. What are you shooting at over here, buddy? Come here. Where'd you go? What are you doing? Come here. Calm down. Calm. Dude, come back. Come here. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you a second. Hold. Chill out. Just chill out. All right? It's okay. You don't have to shoot everything that's walking around here. All right? Cool. All right. All right. You guys making babies yet? Any babies yet? No babies. All right. Oh, we do have it. I just got a new baby. I just got a new fawn. Fawn's brand new and he's starving. I gotta feed him. Cool. So let's see what else we got here. Wait, donations are available. Yeah, I guess they are. TNA has gotten some stuff, but other than that, I agree, says Zol. Hell, just look at All Japan and how the Nakajima. Oh God, yeah. Yeah, that Nakajima Dempsey NXT thing messed things up management wise. That is very true. That's a video I gotta do too. I don't have Netflix, so didn't see the Vince documentary. All right, yeah, let's talk about that. Let me get through the rest of the chat, and I'll talk about the Vince documentary. That was, you know, ball. I honestly completely forgot about All Japan thing. Yeah, name your top 5 New Japan matches. Phenomenal Ace. That's a hard one. God, that's gonna go back a ways. I'm gonna say I'm gonna go to the first one that really struck me, and it's not really one of the best matches of all time, but the first time I noticed that I loved that New Japan was something I was gonna like was when I watched. Oh, I gotta get some food for these guys. It was the WCW. Some of you noticed already. The first time I ever saw New Japan, or even knew there was wrestling in Japan, was 1991. They called it Starrcade. It was called the WCW New Japan Super Show or whatever here in the States, and I got that pay-per-view because it was sold as, hey, WCW's in front of 65,000 people. And it's like, holy shit. In 1991, you know, WCW, you think AEW's not drawing now. WCW couldn't draw shit in 1991. So there was a pay-per-view with them in front of 65,000 people in a dome. So I had to see it. And the first match was Akira Nogami against Jushin Thunder Liger. It was the first time I ever saw Jushin Thunder Liger. It's the first, and Liger at that time, the stuff he was doing was innovative as hell. So I was like, what the hell is this? Who are these people? Look at this, look at all this. So that would be one of my first favorite matches just because it was the first one that got me to be a fan of New Japan for New Japan's sake. But over the time, I would say Fujinami and there's a bunch of Fujinami matches that I probably would say are probably my favorite from that time period. God, that's a hard one to pick. All right, I'm gonna come back to Fujinami matches, and same thing with Riki Choshu. Riki Choshu matches. That's gonna be hard for me to pick too. All right, let me do more modern then. More recently, obviously the Okada Omega series is probably going to be on the top of the list. Naito and Kenny Omega low key from their semifinal, their B block final from 2016, I think. Is probably one of my favorites. God, there's too many. There's too many. Oh, Okada and Tanahashi's time limit draw at the G1 26 is another favorite. Um, shoot. There's too many to go off of. Let me think tag teams. Oh, junior heavyweights. There's a low-key match. I think it was Pac and Balor or Devitt. I think that was another one I loved at the time. Old school. I say old school Shinsuke. Like before Shinsuke became like Michael Jackson, some of his stuff back then was pretty cool. It's hard to pin down one match because there are a lot of them are rematches too. Because there are a lot of rematches in New Japan. So like, which one is the best? You know, so which one is? What are my top 5? That's a hard one. I might have to do a video. I might have to think about that one. Because then there's some old school stuff again I want to throw in there as well. So I'll come back to that later. Phenomenal Ace says Okada, Omega. Yep. AJ and AJ and Okada Dominion 2015. AJ Styles and Minoru Suzuki is another one up there. Okada and Shibata Genesis 2017. That's a hard one for me because Shibata almost died. So yeah. Fujinami and Terry at Battle Formation 1996. That's a good one. Chocolate and the Great Muda had some bangers. Was that a New Japan match? Muda and Liger when Liger took off and revealed the Tiger Liger white thing and he was bleeding and ripping. That. If you haven't seen that match with the Great Muda and Jushin Liger, that is a phenomenal match. That is a fantastic match. All right, so let's talk about the Vince McMahon documentary. Netflix partnering up with WWE, I thought was a very weird choice given the fact that partnership is starting, that they aired this thing. And now the thing for me is watching that documentary, it was weird because I have been a fan as long as Vince McMahon has been running WWE. So watching that documentary was like watching like 70% of my history as a wrestling fan in one documentary, because they covered so much stuff that I'm like, yep, I remember when I was 8 years old and I first saw Mr. T on Piper's Pit and Hulk Hogan, and I remember that. I remember Jimmy Snuka, and I remember the female referee. And now some things I didn't know about it. I did not know that the brother who was, I don't know how I didn't know this, that the brother who was the ring announcer back then was a PDF file. And the Ring Boy scandal, I knew the Ring Boy scandal. I didn't put 2 and 2 together that was the guy. And I was like, oh my God, yeah, it was. I remember that dude. That was the brother who used to be the ring announcer. Yeah, yikes. And I think that sums up most of my thoughts about that documentary. Part of it is a good retrospective of my fandom, my WWE fandom over the years, because it starts about the time right before I became a fan of wrestling when I was a little kid, up until today. So it's all of my history: Attitude Era, Monday Night War, Rock and Wrestling Era, New Generation, all of that stuff, right? But and I've heard of these scandals before, but seeing them all put back to back to back to back to back to back in that documentary, I gotta be honest with you guys, it was also part of the reason why I kind of was not really eager to come on here and talk about wrestling. Because that documentary for me kind of made me feel kind of bad about being a wrestling fan. Because here's the thing about it. I didn't do it. You guys didn't do it. None of us are responsible for Vince and his cronies and all the nasty crap that they allegedly have done over the years. However, I feel as a person who probably like you guys, who spent hundreds, thousands of dollars on their product, kind of knowing that me giving that money to these people enabled them to have the money and power to do the stuff that they did, it kind of made me feel icky. So I had to kind of, that's, neither here nor there. It's kind of a weird thing to think about. Like, it's not, it shouldn't make me not be a fan. I'm still a fan. I'm always going to be a wrestling fan. But yeah, that is definitely a big problem for me, that thinking about, this is, by the way, sorry, side note, this is why you make these ales so you can sell them and get a lot of money, if they will let me sell it. I've exceeded. Oh, yeah, I've exceeded. I can't sell for another 15 hours and 56 minutes. God damn it. I want money. Come on, Lacey. I know you looking all cute and sexy here with your boobs hanging out, but come on now. Pauline, you ain't got nothing for me. What do you got here? Let's play a game. Let's go do this thing. Blueprint shop. All right. But yeah, that's just the thing. It just made me feel kind of sketchy about being a wrestling fan. So I was not happy about. That's what it left me with. And then after that, I was like, yeah, but again, at the end of the day, it's not my fault. They provided entertainment. It's not. I can't control that Vince is a disgusting person. I can't control that certain other people, some of them who've passed away. So I don't want. I'm not going to disparage them. They've died. So, you know, a lot of those people involved in the wrestling business were dirty. And it's not just WWE. We've heard the stories. We remember Joey Ryan. We all were fans of Joey Ryan until, yeah. Remember Marty Scurll? Yeah, you know. That's just the case of every industry, though. There's always going to be disgusting people. I kind of, depending on what happens with the American election next month, we may find out a lot of really nasty stuff about people we know. So depending on who wins the election. So, yeah, I think that as disgusting and dirty as watching that documentary made me feel, and as bad as some people look, Stone Cold looked kind of bad when they were talking about CTE, and he's like, I don't believe in it. I'm like, bro, like, it's pretty much documented that it is a thing. And he just doesn't believe in it. Undertaker kind of looked bad in the video. Bret Hart looked like an egomaniac. Like, he just kept talking about himself and how great. Well, that's Bret. Bret's always like that. Love Bret, but Bret does come off as, like, yeah, I was this. I kind of... Him saying that he was wondering whether or not WWE intentionally extinguished Owen. And when he said that in a documentary, I'm like, bro. And I think as, you know, again, I'm not 100% all in the wrestling world. I have a lot of other interests. And I'm thinking about this from somebody who's not a wrestling fan, looking at these people in this documentary. People from the outside are going to look at all of, like, what they're talking about with Vince. Bruce Pritchard making excuses. Undertaker making excuses. Bret Hart. Even Shawn Michaels, amazingly enough, of all the people in the damn documentary, Shawn Michaels had the most salient thing to say when he was like, yeah, you know, this industry's kind of effed up, right? Everybody else is making excuses for stuff. And I'm like, people outside are going to look at our industry and just be like, these people are nuts. These people do, and these people are nuts. There's a lot of crappy stuff going on, and a lot of them don't care because they're getting a lot of money. And that's the impression that people outside. And I had one of my friends, who's one of my neighbors, doesn't like wrestling at all. They watched one of the episodes with me, and that was exactly their impression. They're like, dude, these people are gross. I'm like, yeah. You know, so I don't think that documentary, it's not for us. It's not for wrestling fans because it's stuff we already know, most of it. But I think in the long run, I think the wrestling industry will be fine. I don't think anything's going to touch it. I think people just assume that about the wrestling industry now. And at this point, as bad as that stuff is, I don't think anybody really cares. And that's the sad part about it. And yeah, that's my thoughts on the whole thing. What do we want here? I want hot dog shorts. Come on, give me something good here, guys. Give me something good. All right, let's try. All right, I'm gonna try. All right, let's whack-a-mole. All right, one. Get that. Oh yeah. Okay. Give me some good stuff. Give me some good stuff. Oh no. Miss. Get. The damn son of a bitch. Come here. Did I get? I got one S tier. All right. What do we get? We got bonus. That's good. Oh, last Valor frag. That's elite level. Cool. Got that. I like it. I like it. All right. We're done. We got claim your prize. Sandstorm. We got a lot of stuff. We got the Northern Pike. You can hit people with a fish in this game. That's I might show that at some other point in time. That's all right. So we got all that stuff. We got our fish. We can hit people with. Nice. We got a lot of cool shit. Oh. Wow. All right. I'm gonna thank you guys. That's the most I've ever gotten. I'm gonna thank you guys. That's probably because you guys are watching. Thanks. I usually get crap out of that thing. You get nothing out of it. So yeah. So that's my thoughts on. Oh God, we got some lag going on here. Hold on. That's my thoughts on it. On the Vince McMahon documentary. All right. Let's see what we. Oh yeah, Michael Elgin, phenomenal ace, good. I think I can say this. I can say this one because it was a while ago. Michael Elgin. Yeah, this was years ago. This isn't the recent rumor, but this is years ago. Michael Elgin did reach out to me, and his people reached out to me. He was starting up a pro wrestling thing, and I guess he knew that I was covering New Japan, so they were trying to get me to like exclusively, not exclusively, but to cover his wrestling promotion. And this was like right before his stuff happened. I considered it, and again, this is also part of the reason why I'm not doing the offer that I'm getting now. Is I don't know. I don't the documentary too. I don't trust these people, dude. I'm not in the wrestling industry, and as much as I love wrestling, and I'm sure not everybody in wrestling is like this, but I don't want to really get involved. There's just too much nastiness, and I didn't get involved with Elgin's promotion. Thank God I didn't. Ew, get away from me, guys. Thank God I didn't. But that's another example of like one of those things. It's just like I could have gotten involved with it. I could have started covering his promotion, and then I would have felt like shit when this stuff came out about Elgin. So I'm just going to keep to myself, and that's the best thing to do. Don't sell yourself out for other people's stuff. And if people want stuff from you, it's like, dude, I'm just going to keep to what I'm doing. I like talking about wrestling and not being beholden to anybody. Tony Khan doesn't pay me anything. WWE doesn't pay me anything. New Japan certainly don't pay me shit. I don't even think half the time they even want me talking about them. But die. All right, you don't want to die? Fine. Shoot you in the face. Die. Jesus. All right. Let me get this stuff here. Hold on, real quick. I'm doing a run here. I want to get some good materials. If you play Once Human and you're not used to this game, if you go to this house here and the mansion, there's a lot of stuff here. A lot of goodies. Hit you in the face, asshole. So yeah, there's that. All right, so what else we got here? Zol says Brett just unhinged nowadays. Dude will go off about. Oh my God, where the hell did you come from? Dude will go off these days about anything and everyone. He just wants to. Yeah, I saw did he go off? I saw something recently. Oh, I forgot who it was. He was like ragging on somebody. I was like, dude, why are you pissed off at him? Yeah, Brett seems to be just pissed at everybody these days. The only person he's not pissed at is his family, and he did have there's a cool video about him talking about Jim the Anvil Neidhart that I thought was pretty cool. It's on YouTube right now. That's pretty cool. Where are all you assholes come? Oh my God. Okay, hold on. I gotta pay attention. I just died. Oh, not died, but I just got creamed. All right. Now I'm mad. Come here. Where'd you go? Come back here. Get your asses back over here. Son of a... Don't you dare. Don't you... Assholes. All right. All right, sorry about that. Now back to our normally scheduled program. In fact, let me drink some stuff. All right. There we go. That will keep me from getting contaminated so I don't die so easily. All right, let's go. All right, so anyway. So yeah, that is Brett. Bill Simmons produced the documentary, I believe. Oh, okay, cool. He worked on Andre documentary. The Andre documentary is pretty good too. Scotty Boy says, true. Phenomenal A says, I looked at the documentary as he's the greatest wrestling promoter of all time, but the worst. That is a great summary. Phenomenal Ace. He's the greatest wrestling promoter of all time and one of the biggest scumbags ever on the face of the planet. The part where he said about the, and I'm sorry, I forgot the young lady's name, the old female, God, why am I blanking on her name right now? I'm trying to do too much stuff at one time. The old female referee, and they talked about her suggesting that he had the R word with her, and he goes, even if it was, the statute of limitations has passed, so it doesn't matter. I'm like, do you not, like, tell me you're guilty without saying you're guilty, you dirty son of a bitch. That is so gross. Like, I had to pause. I paused it because I'm like, did this mother? And I think Solomon Monster said the same thing. I saw his video about it. I think he did the same thing. He looked. He's like, did this mother just say what I think he said? The statute of limitations has run out, so it doesn't matter anyway. You son of a bitch. Yeah, biggest scumbag, greatest promoter of all time, biggest scumbag of all time. Wall's money, thank you very much. All is well now. I'm feeling better. I am not anywhere near as crazy busy as I've been, so I'll be doing it. Yeah, I avoided the Elgin one. Now that I think about it, watching the gameplay, have we had a wrestler who used a fish as a weapon? I think we have. We've seen everything, but I don't remember anyone who hit people with a fish. Zol, I'm probably sure it happened, and if it didn't happen in the West, I'm sure it happened in DDT at some point in time. Let's see. Man, it's a damn shame what happened to Elgin. Again, that match with Naito. Oh, yeah, that match with Elgin and Osaka was pretty good. Welcome back. Thank you, LBWWF fan. Rita Charlton, thank you very much. Yeah, Rita Charlton. I remember that story because I remember when they were talking about their first female referee when they were trying to counteract Aubrey in AEW, and they were like, WWE is a female referee. I was like, well, why are y'all gaslighting me? I know it was 40 years ago, but I am 42 years old. And I remember as a kid that there was a female referee. Why are you acting like there wasn't? Oh, yeah, they also had the screw job from, they chronicled that, the screw job for Wendy Richter when the Fabulous Moolah, and there's another wonderful person from that group. Jesus. They did the screw job on Wendy Richter, and that was the last time she was in WWE until I think they put her in a Hall of Fame or some shit or whatever, but she don't care anymore. So there's Tony Storm. Tony Storm, who's currently in Florida, wet but not in a good way, from the Hurricanes. She's hilarious. I want to see the Wendy Richter Tony Storm match. That's what I want to have happen. Oh shit! Go back up, back up, back up. Come on, dude. This mansion is another place you can get a lot of good stuff. So this is basically me doing a run. Get out of the way of this thing because it's about to blow up. Get out of here. Give me my stuff. I see you creeping up over there. I see. Oh my god. Alright, let's fight. Let's rumble. Don't you dare. Get ass out of here. Yeah, but the Rita Charlton thing, that I remember that from a kid, so I don't know why they pretend. But it's so much of that stuff was just weird and disgusting. Small frame. So that he basically admitted to crime. Yeah, he did. He did. And it's fascinating. Another small frame? God. It's fascinating how, like, that just tells you how detached that dude is from reality. And, oh yeah, the part about his father, I forgot to say that. The other thing I came away with, the little bit we found out about Vince and his dad and his upbringing and stuff, because Vince wouldn't talk about it. But the little bit we found out about it, I kind of wonder. Since his dad abandoned him at 12, this is the theory that I kind of thought. Vince got into the wrestling business not because he cared about wrestling, because we all kind of know he really didn't care about the art form of wrestling or the rules or anything like that. I wonder if he got into wrestling and he was so motivated because his father left him. It's like, oh, so this is why you abandoned me for the first 12 years of my life for this? Well, guess what? I'm going to take it over. I'm going to destroy it. Whatever you thought, I'm going to destroy the whole thing. I'm going to put all your buddies out of business. And I'm going to make it my own thing, what I want it to be. And I'm going to be successful at doing it. You can't stop me. I wonder if that's part of the motivation behind it. Even in the documentary, he said he loved his... Oh, Tony Atlas is also funny in that thing. Tony Atlas, they had all this stuff with Vince about his dad and blah, 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 blah. Tony Atlas goes, I think Vince hated his dad. Tony Atlas did not give an F in that documentary. He was just straight up telling the truth. And he was talking about how Pat Patterson touched his pecker. And he's like, and the interviewer's like, well, why don't you complain? To who? He's like, to Vince. He's like, to who, Vince? What do you think Vince is not going to do anything? And that, oh, this little baby spider. Get out of here. Yeah, Vince ain't going to do shit. Vince ain't going to do shit. And it, again, just another sad thing. That's just another sad thing about that whole documentary. The more I keep thinking about it, the more, like, if you, again, I know, Scotty, you don't have Netflix, so you haven't seen it, but if you ever get to see that stuff, it's just, every episode, it's just another thing that I'm like, Jesus Christ. I never want to be in that business. RB says, Vince McMahon should rot in hell, Nephilim in the underworld. Kwanzi says, Curryman and Sharp Boy used a fish as a weapon. There you go, good one, Kwanzi. And the 100th retelling of the Montreal Screw. Yeah, the Montreal Screw Job got in there again. There's nothing new. We've heard that thing 1,000 times. Yep. One of my favorite gimmick matches that was cool. I believe Big Japan used some sort of fish in a match. And was Vince McMahon Sr. a good booker and promoter? Vince was a great booker and promoter. He promoted a lot of stuff in the Northeast, and he was very successful, which is, you know, people rag on Tony Khan for, you know, his dad's money. I mean, Vince pretty much did the same thing. We all know that, and Vince's dad didn't want him in the business. He gave him part of the territory. Vince and Linda ran it. I think Linda was running the concession stand at this one little arena, and they booked it, and they did well, and then Vince was good. Vince is good at business and good with money. So that's how he got WWE started. And again, my theory, and I will stick by it until I see otherwise, is that this whole thing has been Vince's revenge against his father for abandoning him when he was a baby until he was 12. And wrestling was what took him, and wrestling was more important to him than his son. And Vince looked at I really seriously would not be surprised if Vince decided he was just going to get revenge against his father by taking over the industry that his father cared about more than him. That is my armchair psychology analysis of the Vince McMahon documentary summed up. Okay, sorry. I need to feed my crocodile, so I'm sorry. You guys are going to have to die. Die. I need to feed my crocodiles. They're hungry. Sorry, Fawn. Get some of that deer meat. All right. I think there's an alligator in this water, so I don't want to go into it. You are stuck. Oh, you're stuck, buddy. Too bad. Oh, you're quivering. Oh, he's quivering. Oh, that is gross. He's all right, so let's wrap this up since we are getting close to the pre-show. So predictions for tonight. I want you guys who are in the chat to give your predictions for our Wrestle Dynasty, whatever it's called tonight. I'm what the hell? Danielson and Mox. I'm going to go with Moxley. I think Danielson, he did say he was going to retire from full-time competition. I think this is probably the plan anyway. I think Mox will now become this will make him 4 or 5-time AEW World Champion. I do predict that this is going to be something with Shane. I predict Bobby Lashley will probably show up tonight. And there'll probably be another surprise that none of us see coming. I do think, even though I think they're not quite sold out at the show, I think the show was going to do well from a historical standpoint. It's not the best promoted show. AEW still has problems with that. But hey, you know, they need a hand. I don't think anything else really major is going to happen tonight. The match I'm looking forward to the most is Takeshita, Will Ospreay, and Ricochet for obvious reasons. And yeah, that's what else is on there that's important? Not much. The Jericho match. The Jericho match could be interesting. What else is on here? Women's title match. Okay. The 2 out of 3 fall. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty much it. This show is mainly going to be about Mox and Danielson and what comes out of that. And again, I don't think it's going to be the best AEW show of the year. It might wind up being the most newsworthy. Look at this dude's base over here. Oh my God, that is gorgeous. Oh, sorry guys, I'm gonna fanboy. So you can see other people's bases in this game, and there is an entire YouTube community based around people rating each other's once human bases. This place looks gorgeous. Let me hop in here. Let's see if we can see this dude's territory. Oh my God, this is nice. Oh, he's using the bio generators, but they're not running. That's kind of weak. He's doing mining. He hasn't got the glass build. Wait, oh, he's sharing his territory with somebody else. I was about to say, how do you have this many pumps? Can we get inside? I want to get inside and see your shit. Oh, here we go. Okay, oh, look at Oh, nice. You got a nice. Oh, this is cool. This is nice. This is nice. That is nice. Very well done. Whoever this is. I didn't read the guy. Oh, he's got, what's her face? Playing why is she standing on the piano? Honey, the keys are down there. Your tootsies cannot play the, or maybe she's playing the piano for toes. That's what it is. She's playing with her toes. Okay. Gotcha. All right. He's got a lot of fuel. So this guy's doing a lot of fuel. I guess he's doing a lot of oil pumping. And this is pretty cool. This is a good base. I like this base. I've never seen this base before. Good base. Good base. Let's go inside. See what he's got inside. All right. So what do you guys think about Russell Dream? What are your predictions? Let's see here. Hologram match seems to be good, says James. Surprised he worked out so well as Tony's pet project. True. Zol says Brian retains. I can see Mox winning, but I think they'll hold on a bit more. Other than that, I see Lashley debuting. Same with whoever Mox's higher power is. And Takeshita winning. Yeah, Takeshita, I didn't give my prediction. I think Ospreay's going to retain, but you say Takeshita. I'm going with Ospreay to retain. I don't think Ricochet... I mean, Ricochet could wind up winning it in the end, but I think they probably want to keep it on Ospreay, and unless they're going to do the betrayal. Because I think if Ospreay loses... Oh, I'm gonna take it a little nice on a little nap on his bed. Sorry, I'm asleep in your bed, bro. Whoever you are. Sorry, bro. But I think Ospreay... If Ospreay loses, it's going to be because Kyle Fletcher betrays him. They might do that tonight. That might be the reason why. You might be onto it, but I'm going to still stick with Ospreay retaining. Scotty Boy says definitely going to check this game out. It's a fun game, Scotty Boy. If you play it, let me know because we can then sync up and do some stuff on our bases together. Ghost Lawyer says, I also think Lashley debuts and Takeshita wins the IC title. Good one. Phenomenal A says, I don't see Takeshita winning if he's going to be the Continental Classic to go after Okada. Oh, good point, Phenomenal Ace. That's the money. Yeah, it's a very good point. But that might be Russell Dream or Russell Dynasty, whatever. There's too many of them. The January 5th show at New Japan and AEW, whatever that's called, Russell Dynasty. I think Takeshita and Okada is going to be on that one. Scotty Boy says she's playing with her toes. Arby says those shows in the esports arena in Texas really help for Hologram. I am a fan. Yeah, that's true. Those were good. Okay. So I'm going to have one. Oh, he's got a vending machine. Do you have any good shit in your vending machine? Because if you do, I'm going to buy some stuff. He's got gun turrets set up. This guy's got a pretty good base. I'm trying to get mine up to this level. I'm close. I just haven't decorated all of my stuff yet. He's got some stuff I don't have, though, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, he's got this where did he get a glass table from? It's a glass table? I want a glass table. I got the crappy-ass white table. I want the glass table. Got a little eatery here. You can just sit down and chill out. He's got his little target practice dummies up here, so he can just practice shooting shit. I'm going to practice on yours. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Come on. Let me fire off here. Oh, it doesn't give me on somebody else's base. Well, that sucks. Alright, cool base. This was fun. So that's it, guys. So I'm going to go head off. I'm sure some of you are too. Oh, his murder rabbit. I got a murder rabbit too. Look at the murder rabbit. I love the murder rabbit. The murder rabbit is one of my deviations. So you can get this rabbit. It'll go out and kill the meat for you. It's fucking crazy. His kids are sitting here chopping up the meat. This game is crazy. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun. It's crazy. So I'm gonna go head off now. We'll go watch the pre-show. I will see you guys back on later on. I'm going to do a review tonight. We are going to be back on our regular schedule. We will be doing Rant and Review, Pro Wrestling. Thank you all for checking out the stream. Sorry I've been away for a month. Been very busy, very sick, but I am back. And until next time, I will see you guys here for more. I swear we will have more videos this week here on the Rant